Hey guys, Horsey Sis here. Hope you had a great day. I hope you are staying warm. This winter is brutal. I'm saying a prayer still for our friends in the Northeast. Anyway, most mornings on my way into work, I'm listening to some sort of, I don't know, soothing music on YouTube or some type of, I don't know, like Infinite Waters Diving Deep or some type of channel like that just to get myself calm and settled in and ready for the day. And so over the weekend, I happened to be at the bookstore, and I said, this would be the perfect time for you to start meditating. So I purchased a magazine by Yoga Journal called A Practical Guide to Meditation, which is very, very good. And they actually had a really good article in there. It's called Find Your Ideal Path to Meditation by Nora Isaacs. And she basically just gives you 3 different techniques to start or begin your meditation practice. And one is visualization, the second one is mantra, the third is a walking meditation. And each one is based on the style of learning that you are. Also, while I was researching, I found this website. It's called Good Life Zen, www.goodlifezen.com, all one word. And they had a great blog. She had a great blog. Her name is Mary Jackson, Jakschch, called How to Meditate 10 Important Steps. Quite honestly, if I stumbled across that article first, I'm not sure I would have purchased the magazine. But anyway, the magazine article was very informative and just gave you some ways to begin your meditation journey. Now, just going over the steps very quickly. The first one that they focus on is visualization, and they're basically telling you to visualize like your spine is light, and that the light is going into all of the cells of your body, and the light is basically eliminating a lot of the heaviness from each and every one of your cells, which I was like, okay, that's cool. The second one is mantra meditation, and that one is good for someone that's an auditory learner, and it's basically you're doing some sort of chant, or you're repeating a certain word that is basically like sound therapy, for lack of a better phrase, that will get your mind centered and focused so that you can have just oneness with the moment that you're in while you're meditating, because your mind's just flat out going to be all over the place. Third one is a walking meditation. That's just basically where you're walking and you're paying attention to how your feet are hitting the ground, the texture of whatever you're walking across, and so forth. I'm speaking sort of fast, sorry. But anyway, I wanted to go back to the technique number 2 featured in this article, and that is the mantra meditation. Now, meditation is tied very closely to yoga. And I'm going to hit on a bit of religion here, so bear with me. Now, before I say this, I am not a yogi, I am not a religious scholar, and I am not a Christian scholar. I am a Christian, and I do believe in God and the Trinity and so forth, but I'm not a scholar by any means. But I have to make that statement because yoga is very heavily based in the Hindu religion, and Buddhism, and there has been a lot of controversy and basically back and forth as to whether Christians should be really practicing yoga because it's so heavily rooted in the Hindu and Buddhism. With mantras specifically, I know there's certain chants that you can do and so forth that have certain meanings. Now, because of my Christian faith, now I'm not an angel or anything like that, but just because of my strong spiritual beliefs in God, and I know that He really has brought me through a very troubling time in my life, I'm not necessarily very comfortable chanting certain words and terms, because when you start looking at the definitions, you're sort of chanting to a different deity and so forth. And so if you're familiar with the Bible at all, we know God is a jealous God, and we don't want Him ticked off. With that being said, I'm going to be trying all three of these techniques: visualization, mantra, and walking. But with regards to mantra, which I'm going to try first, actually, I'm going to really be focusing on certain affirmations. And probably what I'm going to do is just take a notepad and maybe write certain words on it or phrases or whatever. And I'm going to focus on those words and those meanings, and I'm going to do my mantra in that form. So that may be something that if you have a problem with some of the precepts that are linked to meditation because it's linked so closely to yoga, that may be an alternative for you. Also, you can Google yoga versus Christianity. There are a lot of Christians that practice yoga, and you can look to that for guidance. So just want to put that out there. Also, in the magazine, they suggested that you create some type of quiet space or a sacred altar or whatever. What I'm going to do for myself is I already got my incense. I went to Whole Food Markets. Now, before I show this, I am familiar and used to mix a lot of essential oils and so forth and so on, and I've used them all up. So I went to Whole Foods Market and I was looking into getting some essential oils, but of course this is on a mega budget, so that was paying $15.99 for essential jasmine oil was out of the question. But what I did do was get this blended body mist, and it says that it's described as a psychic detox. I didn't get it before the name. I got it because number one, I got it number one because it was on sale for $6.99, and you get about 14 ounces of spray in here. But also it contains essential oils that are citrus, peppermint, and neroli in nature, and they contain other things. So here it is right here what I purchased. And quite honestly, it smells great. I sprayed it on my pillow. I sprayed it on my clothes. I was walking around smelling like, Pier 1 when I went into work, but it really was a soothing scent. So I got that spray, so I'm going to spray that in the air and on my clothes or whatever before I begin my meditation in the mornings. Also, I got my trusty wooden bowl. This is my beach house bowl. And I'm just going to probably just write some affirmations down with some words, peace, contentment, whatever. Throw it in there and just do a grab bag thing. Grab one, look at it, and focus on that word in the morning. And I think that'll be a great way for me to begin the morning because quite honestly, I don't really sleep that well. So I think getting up in the morning and getting myself nice and relaxed for the day will probably help reset my sleep pattern also. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that for now. So I will let you know, how it goes. And if you're interested in learning more on meditation, I really do suggest that you Google it and do your research and start off small. You don't necessarily, I'm going to devote 10 minutes in the morning to attempting to clear my mind and so forth. That is a very short amount of time when you're beginning, because there's some people that meditate for 30 minutes, some an hour. But I think when you're beginning, you don't set yourself up for failure. Just say 10 minutes and then I got to go. But I would suggest looking into it and see how it affects your life. At least, I think you could use it for when you get into stressful situations or when you are in a place of joy and you want to really be in the moment of that feeling of peacefulness. You can do a little meditation and just clear your mind and be in the moment. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll talk to you later and have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.